Oh, wow.
In this episode, we look at wood and resin shotgun slugs. I decided to reach out to another YouTube channel called Shop Time, run by a guy named Peter Brown, to make some wooden shotgun slugs for me. He does a lot of very interesting projects using the most unorthodox materials possible, and he listens to his viewers for suggestions. To me, this was a perfect collaboration. Peter went to work and created some works of art for me. So instead of me just making a slug out of a wooden dowel or something, Peter thought this out. He made them out of the very hard, dense wood called ironwood, and he made them the right aerodynamic shape, that's shaped like an air rifle pellet. If you're going to make a wooden bullet, this is how you do it. Now, I would have been completely happy with just wooden slugs, but he also sent some resin slugs, and that's another thing people have been asking me to shoot. Peter works with castable resins a lot, so this was another wonderful idea, and it kind of surprised me that he sent these. I really like the color of these things. It's kind of a bright yellow green, and I think it'll show up really well on camera. And he didn't stop there. He created this very cool reproduction of my YouTube logo. I mean, all I wanted was a couple wooden slugs, and he just went all out. But that's the kind of guy Peter is, and you'll see that in his videos.
All right, today we're going to be shooting a Mexican ironwood slug. Ironically, that's the name of my new Tejano thrash metal band. It's just a slug made out of hardwood Mexican ironwood. We're going to see how it works. So here's our impact. Doug took some Mexican ironwood to his ballistic vest underneath the t-shirt, but as you can tell, about 6 inches high from where we were aiming.
And that's kind of typical with lightweight loads too. We wanted to find out, did it survive? Oh, look at that.
And look at the shape of the slug. I mean, that is like, you could reload that, and we probably will.
We will.
There's no deformation whatsoever, and he's got a perfectly cut piece of t-shirt.
Yeah, there's a red t-shirt underneath there, and a Kevlar vest. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Here's what's really funny. There's a piece of the green t-shirt cut out in a perfect circle. There's a piece of the red t-shirt cut out in a perfect circle.
So that thing was flying true.
It was flying true. It flew just a little high, but that's pretty accurate.
The fact that it was flying nose forward is 99% of good ballistics.
Look, there's the screen printing and the t-shirt. It just punched a perfectly clean hole.
That's amazing. Now, pretty much all these shots were about 18 yards away. Now, you notice this one flew a little bit high, and as I mentioned earlier, that's very typical with a very lightweight slug. These are like 1/5 the weight of a deer slug. Now, Greg was aiming at Boris on the shirt, at his head, so that gives you a little bit of reference there, how high it flew. But that was a very stable flying slug. It was a little high.
That thing, wow, that thing put a nice mark in it.
And he found it.
So this one chipped because it hit something hard, I think.
Yeah.
It actually has a little fracture right through there, too.
Well, it's in better shape than I would have expected.
It's still in really good shape. So our slug hit the clay. You can see this fist-size opening in here, and look at all the little shards of wood that it left.
Wow.
That's probably splashback when it hit the plexi.
It could be. Hopefully we'll see that on video.
Yeah, it's probably pieces coming back, not actually shaving off when they hit the clay.
Well, I'm glad we put that glass there just so we could actually recover the slug.
Left that's a little mark right there. But that is a hell of an impact.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, Greg did adjust his aim a little bit, brought the barrel down a little bit more, and it still flew a little bit high. Incidentally, when I posted photos of these slugs on my Facebook page, a lot of people said, maybe the wood may not be very uniform. It could be a little heavier on one side or the other, and that's one possibility why they didn't fly super accurate. But for the most part, the windage was very correct, but they just flew a little high.
Okay, now you're shooting the one with the screw in it.
I love screwdriver.
Yeah, I don't think it needs it for stability.
Didn't seem to.
Yeah.
So I think that's our impact. Looks like it drifted a little left.
Yeah, it looks like a new hole. I need to...
Yeah. He did make it all the way through because there's shards of something in here.
Ooh.
There's hard bits of something.
Be careful, you're going to excite people sticking your finger in there.
Oh, look, here's our screw.
Oh, wow.
The Phillips screw came out.
Okay.
Who knew? Who knew you could reach in a hole and get a screw? And then right here,
oh,
1/2. Now, I did see as I was loading this, little tiny fracture marks where the screw went in. So this
I think that's where you glued it back together.
Okay. I was going to say it was already either cracked or broken, so the fact that it came apart halfway is probably no surprise. But
I don't think it... We'll probably find the other piece of wood somewhere else.
here we go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
You got wood, Jeff?
You're right, that screw probably did it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was already cracked.
So it wasn't... It survived being shot, though.
Definitely.
Yeah, still kind of a
It would do
gnarly,
the damage.
gnarly wound. Not a ton of penetration, but
I think
smokes.
I think we can glue it back together. Good word. Good.
Did they all go through the same hole? Did the screw go through a different hole?
I don't know.
I think everything entered here,
Okay.
and then inside it just kind of fell apart. It kind of blasted apart. All that pressure caused this thing just to split right on that crack.
And I can't believe the Kevlar vest
Yeah.
didn't break them, you know?
Yeah, well, again, this one was
a good point.
pre-split. It was already
Okay.
pre-broken. So I think when it hit, it fractured along that.
Yeah,
little
it
tiny
did. It had a, you know, even though it had a screw there, the screw probably got shoved in and caused it to crack even more.
Yeah,
like almost like a hollow point.
Now, on one of the wooden slugs, I asked Peter to put a screw on the nose of it to make it a little more nose heavy. It's very obvious after the first two shots that wasn't really needed at all. Now, it's just my theory, but I believe that screw acted like a wedge, kind of like on the Guabo steel slugs that we shot, causing the screw to be driven down and causing the slug to actually fragment. It's kind of an unexpected result.
So now we'll be shooting an all resin slug, which is also very, very lightweight. See how accurate that is.
Okay, where are you aiming this time? Same
I'm gonna
place?
aim towards Boris's left shoe, since we're flying about 6 inches high.
Okay,
If I hold low on the shoe, maybe we'll get a face shot.
okay.
Red
Anytime.
moose and squirrel. Looks to me like that was a face shot.
Okay, where is it?
Yeah, there it is.
Did it survive?
It survived
Oh my
almost
God.
completely intact. Very, very, very,
That guy knows his stuff, I'm telling
very
you.
little scuffing.
And we have that marking on there, which hopefully we'll see it rotating in flight or whatever.
But again, this thing could be reloaded right now because there is no deformation whatsoever. And a lot like the wooden slug, it carved a perfect little hole. I was aiming low about 6 inches, and we got a high flight, exact same distance as originally.
It's absolute consistency.
Look how well these show up on camera. Peter absolutely knocked it out of the park.
I like it, I like it.
Now, the tolerances that Peter put into these were absolutely perfect to cause them to be squeezed through the rifling without breaking or anything like that. So the tolerances were just right, the balance was just right, and that thing just flew like a dream.
Okay, yellow resin slug. Hit it.
Oh, wow. I think that's pretty cool.
That was accurate.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a good shot. That was near center. And you were aiming a little bit low, maybe?
I was aiming about 6 inches low again at that little mark.
okay.
So yeah, it raised about 5 or 6 inches.
Oh, that one. You wouldn't think that clay would break it. It didn't even go well.
It didn't go
Just
through.
bulged a little bit maybe back here. Maybe a little.
Plexiglass broke it.
Yeah, there's this. Oh, there's a slug away in
Yeah,
there.
you can see the slug down in there.
Yeah, you want to try to grab it out of there? It's not.
Big old cat.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it did. It also chipped it again. It's kind of funny, but it didn't impact the plexi this time.
Yeah, it was just the clay that did that. I thought the clay would be soft enough.
If the last shot, some got shattered from the clay on.
I don't know if your camera can pick this up, but there's actually some little striations down in there.
Is there?
From where it got its got spinning. Can you see that in there?
It looked like it was going straight too. Oh yeah, I see
where
that.
it was spiraling.
I'll zoom it in a little more.
Sort of like rifling and looking down a rifle barrel.
Yeah, these things are spinning clockwise, looking at the back.
Yeah.
Once again, another fantastic flying slug, very stable, good rotation, and good accuracy. For a slug that only weighs 5 grams and being handmade, hand cast, that's incredible, you know? Peter, he's really not into guns or anything. He never messed with ammo, and he just did such a good job with these things.
Perfect.
So I hit a little high, but centered.
That was nice.
So I was holding a little low, right about here, belly button height. And once again, we got about 4 or 5 inches of lift.
That's like 3 inches.
All right. We're not going to measure out here. What's 3 inches to you? Maybe 6 inches to me and Anthony.
Hey, I must have giant hands. Okay.
Then, that perfect pass through, and it was resting right there on the shoulders of the other two.
How perfect can that be?
So it made it through
And it didn't break.
100% perfect condition. There's not even a mark on it.
I don't know what kind of resin he used, but he used the right stuff, apparently.
Some hard stuff.
Yeah.
That's like the air hockey table pucks.
Yeah.
I know, but that stuff holds up pretty good.
So it didn't even mess with those guys. It just, look at it.
it-
It sat
it-
right there on his shoulder.
It may have gone through like 2 inches of gel.
Yeah, it
Oh, there's a little scuff
it
there.
just dug in right there and
That's
sat.
amazing.
Now, the Mexican ironwood slugs were pretty accurate. We were getting on target. But with these resin slugs, they were absolutely dead on accurate. A super lightweight slug made out of basically plastic isn't going to penetrate very deeply. Yet these went through about 2.5 inches of ballistic gel. I was just absolutely flabbergasted how well these all worked.
I'm gonna shoot a piñata.
How's it going? My name's Anthony. I'm gonna be shooting this piñata. Seems like it's only right. Seems a little racist, but I don't think so. We'll see how it goes.
We just found you out here, so it's like, hey, you want to shoot? Go ahead. He's gonna shoot it with the resin slug.
Now this is one of those holy Madonna moments. He clipped it, causing the slug to tumble laterally, which caused the slug to curve like a baseball.
Oh, we got more confetti.
Yeah, you hit it. We need something more powerful, though.
Yes, we do.
And like I said, we literally found Tony out there fishing and asked him to come over and shoot with us.
Tell me when you're ready.
And Tony's going for the
And remember,
buckshot.
this one's probably going to be right on
Hit
after,
it.
So.
Go for it.
Oh, you farted a big old white cloud.
Now this was double-aught buckshot against a piñata full of flour with a flare, and nothing really happened.
Oh!
And this is more double-aught buckshot. This time he hit the flare and kind of put the flare out of commission. Did a little more damage this time.
Oh, holy shit.
See?
I'd say that got him.
That's what I love about the wax slugs.
Now this is a wax slug, which is birdshot melted together with wax and poured back in the shell. And you can see it does a lot more damage than buckshot.
Holy shit. Boy, that was damaging.
Definitely want to thank Anthony for joining us for this video. I mean, I think he had fun, and hopefully we'll find him out there again so he can be in some more videos. And please don't forget to check out Shop Time. You want to see how these things are made, but you also want to see all these other cool creations that Peter has made. I hope you guys check them out. And for all you guys watching this video, thanks for watching.